Thank you, Roger. This is incredible news. Yes, my last win, the win with the engine, Chevrolet engine, was in 2002, and we still had the fuel, believe it or not. We couldn't make it. And it turned out to be a great victory. I can only say, as a driver, this is incredible news because turbocharge is back, baby. It's just all about fun, and for sure, it's going to be enjoyable again, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Not only that, as a fan, as Roger was talking about, special for the fans, they're going to see competition. You're going to cheer for whoever manufacturer you're looking for, and that's what it's all about. The teams, I believe, it's going to gain with that. I mean, it's a win-win situation that we are actually facing here today. And obviously, I saw the IndyCar Series. It's coming back. You know, I remember very well when we had the grandstand full, and I guarantee with those news, you're going to create excitement again. You're going to make people want to come back and see, you know, the drivers, the fastest drivers in the track. So I can only thank, you know, everyone, actually, because being here today, part of this news is just make you go back out there on the racetrack and try everything you can to go fast. So great news. Excited to be part of it. Hopefully, we're going to continue having a lot more fun. So thank everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Elio, and thank you, gentlemen. We're going to take care of some chair reconfiguring here. I'd like to ask Jim Campbell and Tony Kottman if you guys could come up on the podium here as we get set to start our media Q&A sessions. So reporters be thinking of good questions, okay? We'd like to recognize a couple of other gentlemen. Stark Taylor, Roger mentioned Stark Taylor of IZOD. Stark, would you wave, stand up, and let everybody know that you're here? Thank you for being here. And also, J.R. Hildebrand slipped in. Where's J.R.? Back in the back, all the way back by the trophy case. J.R., thanks for being here this morning. All right, we're going to start off with a brief Q&A period here. I think everybody's got a mic, or we can share mics among gentlemen here. We're going to take 4 or 5 real quick questions before we break these gentlemen off for one-on-one interviews. So let's begin back in the back. Can we get a mic back there? Go ahead and pass a mic. Just say your name and your affiliation, please.
Don Kay with Autosport Radio of Indianapolis. To the gentleman from Chevrolet, I noticed you mentioned or showed up on the screen aerodynamics. Now with your performance in building engines, will you also build an aero kit for the cars?
Yep. We're working right now with the league as they finalize the rule package, but we do expect to be working on an aero package. We have a lot of capability in our shop, in the tunnels, as well as our CFD technology, and also we'll be working with Roger Penske and his team and others on getting the best aero package we can within the rules. So once those get set by IndyCar, we will be off and running.
Other questions, sir?
Hi, Peter DiLorenzo out of Extremist.com. Roger, do you expect this engine to be available to whichever teams want to get involved with it besides Penske Racing?
Well, I think as we've seen in the past when we've had multiple engine manufacturers, each team has the opportunity to pick a manufacturer, and I think that this is what makes the level playing field as we go forward. The goal of the league is to have engines from the 2 manufacturers, throughout the field, and I've not seen exactly how that's going to be put together, but I can tell you anything that we have has been in the past when we provided engines was available to anybody else. The same thing will be from the aero kits. So this is going to give Chevrolet and General Motors the benefit of not just one team but multiple teams throughout the field, which I think that's exactly what the league wants.
Peter, just follow up on that. That's exactly what we'll be doing. Obviously, we're thrilled that Roger and his team will be joining Chevrolet, and we'll be joining them. Obviously, there's a number of other teams out there, and we'll certainly be talking to them here in the near future.
Other questions? Anybody else? Derek? I'll give you mine.
Derek Daly, Wish TV, Indianapolis. Congratulations to everybody who made this happen. This is such a big move for IndyCar racing. Roger, you're a pretty influential person. You made the call to Chevrolet and got the ball rolling. Did you make the call to Ford yet?
Well, I guess when you live in Detroit, you have an opportunity to communicate with all the manufacturers, and I think that we helped the committee with some introductions. With all the manufacturers, I think that Chevrolet looked at this and in their strategy with the brand going forward, felt that it would be the time to go. Hopefully, this will bring other big three manufacturers in, and also, to me, we need to see this be a worldwide series with competition from around the world. So, this is the first step, and typically when someone makes that step, people are going to open their eyes and say, this is a real opportunity for us. We don't want to miss the chance to compete at the Indy 500, and I think that's what's happening. Honda certainly has done that, and Chevy's seen the opportunity to go through the door with the new rules and the way we're going to structure the league in the future. I think we'll see some other people in, but I just live in Detroit and try to do my job.
And it's more than just compete at Indy. For the first time in history, when you look at the challenges in our industry, the technologies that need to be developed very quickly to address those challenges are the same technologies that you have to develop to win here at Indy. And so it really does make it a very attractive situation for the OEMs these days.
Okay, Dick, and then one more. If we have time.
Elio and anybody else there can answer. The speeds at Indy have settled in around 225, 226. Is there a chance that this might push them back up to the 230 range?
Well, you might ask Tony, but my understanding is that there's a lot of work being done on simulation to look at speeds and aerodynamics. We want to keep the driver in the car, not just everybody be able to drive around it, wide open when we get to a track like this. So I think that's going to be part of the committee. And on the technical side, Tony Kottman, to be sure that we do have the right situation. I'll let him maybe add to that.
I think it's fair to say that the vehicle's been designed to be able to be more efficient. More efficiency often leads to greater speeds. There's many things to take into consideration, but I think that you'll find the vehicle is plenty capable of running that with even with smaller displacement, a reduction in horsepower, and it's capable of doing it. So at the end of the day, I think it's up to IndyCar to choose the direction they want to go, and I'll say the base of it will be there, the performance will be there to do it.
All right, one more.
Tony, for you again. In a release that came out the other day, it said that the manufacturer, in this case Chevrolet, that there's no house teams, that there are no Chevy teams. So that when the testing goes on, will it be open to everybody? Will they rotate different teams as they go out to test their product and see, so that everybody gets a chance to run it?
I think we need to get a little deeper into it when we're talking about testing. But in reality, I think I'll just reiterate what Roger said, that obviously there's heritage here with Elmore Chevy and Penske, and other teams, any other team who runs a Chevrolet will have exactly the same specification that Penske will have. When we go and we get into a test program between IndyCar and Elmore, we plan on having a car on track mid next year anyway, and that'll develop, and hopefully we can develop a pattern or develop into work together with the test program. I'm sure we'll get to a point when teams have been decided which engine manufacturer they're going to choose, that there'll be on-track testing, and I think on-track testing is just evolution. You're constantly evolving and updating and trying to fine-tune until a certain period before the race. So I think it's fair to say that everybody will be involved or participate all the way up to the end. And as we've said before, this is about competition. It's about controlling competition, within certain aspects. But it's about being in together. And I think it's in Chevy's best interest that they have more teams participating in what's going on. And I think it'll lead to a far leveler playing field in long term.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. We're going to split these guys up now, and some of the other folks here who would be available for one-on-ones as well for members.